you just wearing?
No. That was a Nath Johnny one.
Is that also blue?
It's navy.
Cool.
Is that alright?
Yeah, it's fine. I just watched you get changed. I thought you got changed back into what you were wearing a second ago. I was like, oh. Just wiping semen on his face.
Off.
Good morning, party people. Welcome to the breakdown with Nathan, gross boy Johnny.
We're checking out of Mice and Men's brand new one, Warpaint. That was me actually putting my Warpaint on. I'm ready for battle against all the mighty penises. I don't know.
Before we get into this video, apologies for Johnny, but also I want to talk about something. In a previous video, we talked about the costs of putting on shows, and I was saying about Youngblood, who's just done a thing where he like offered $20 tickets, and he wasn't going to make any money off doing the show. And Johnny was saying, if only people like Harry Styles and Taylor Swift and stuff would do that. And I was saying I have opinions on that, so we're going to talk about that now because we forgot about it. My opinion is this: those shows cost so much money, more Taylor Swift than Harry Styles. I don't know how much it costs to do a Harry Styles tour. I know it's a big band, there's a lot going on, but he still makes a lot of money out of those.
Yeah.
Things like Taylor Swift, her Eras tour that's going on right now. Do you know how much one of those things costs? One show?
No. I have no idea.
It's upwards of $8 million for a single show.
Really?
The staging, the production level on that is such a huge thing, and everything that goes into it. Like, think about a stadium show to have staffing, security, lighting, sound, pyro, the rigging, all that stuff. Then all of the people, because she has multiple bands, backup dancers, all that going on.
Yeah.
Before they start making any money off the show, there's still a huge outlay.
Outlay, for sure.
Now, she's still probably making upwards of like $2 million per show. So there is money being made from it, but also it's an industry and that's going to happen. You can't just like, that's how they make their living. And you can't offer $20 tickets to that. Because you're not going to be able to. Like, have you seen the footage of, it was in Queens, she was playing it at the Met Stadium. Fully sold out, 2 nights in a row, and there was 10,000 people in the car park that didn't get tickets, that were there listening over the walls.
Wow.
Like a, what do they call that? Where they go to football things and they like set up their...
oh shit, what's it called?
they do it in Always Sunny. Oh, that light that went out.
It's something to do with trailer or...
Yeah, something there. There's something to do with that. Anyway, that. So there's 10,000 people who didn't get tickets that are still going and hanging out at a car park to hear the reverberating sound over the walls and get that experience.
Yeah.
So I think you have to set a premium in order to make it like... Otherwise, there's just going to be too many people trying to get it, and you're going to overwhelm the system. People are going to be like, lose their fucking minds about it.
For sure. But what are the cheapest tickets to one of her shows? Because, for instance, for an example, like Kiss is coming back to Australia again, and... I mean, they have an enormous show. The amount of pyro and, like all the, what's it called? The hydraulics and things for their lifting platforms, and the rigging for all the cable stuff they do flying across the stage, all that sort of shit, must be ridiculously expensive. Obviously, your front row, like, mosh pit tickets, going for sort of like $1,000, close to that.
Yeah, right.
I don't think they're that much. I think it's like, you get like, I know their meet and greet packages are thousands of dollars.
Yeah, meet and greet stuff I get. Because you get
we've got like relatively close stand ones that cost us, I think, maybe $150 each. But there's also tickets from $30, $40. So they're obviously the nosebleeds. But I mean, if you still got to go to a stadium, sit in the nosebleeds, you've got the big screens, you're still going to see that spectacle for that price. If that's a great price sort of thing.
Yeah, I bought tickets to see Guns N' Roses. We were pretty far up in the stands. The sound was shit, and they cost me $150 per ticket.
Yeah, okay.
They did 2 nights, Guns N' Roses, and they were shit tickets, and they were $150.
Are you going to go to Motley Crue and Def Leppard?
Don't know.
Tickets are you can get tickets from about 100 to 150 for decent tickets.
Yeah.
We're looking at it, only because it's like probably going to be the last chance.
Yeah, for sure.
And I also want to see John 5 on guitar for Motley Crue.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, but my whole point of this, we got really distracted from there, was more like there's so much more that goes into touring, and we know better than anyone because we get to be hanging with a lot of bands on their tour.
Yeah.
We know how much goes into that. Like, they're only making money off merch a lot of the time.
Yeah, and with venue cuts for merchandise, that's
exactly
another problem.
So I think it's really hard, and it's easy to point at these big superstars being like, you shouldn't be making so much money off this. But being like, but also, they're not making record sales anymore because it's all streamed. Like, that's the way they make their money now, is touring. I think it's just, we're also in a fairly capitalist society. Top of the top, they're still going to make their money doing it. And if they're not doing it, someone else is going to do it.
Yeah.
And I think I look at the experience of these girls that are like, seeing Taylor Swift change my life. That's fucking cool that someone's had that impact on someone else. And yeah, it'd be cool to see if it was in like more heavy music and rock based, but that's just not what gets the same.
So
thing.
one last tidbit before we get into the song. How do you feel about comedians then? Because that's one person with hardly any stage props
I don't get that at all.
And they're charging like $300 a ticket?
Yeah, too much. I don't think that's...
For an hour of comedy?
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, an hour of comedy is a hard thing, engaging with
It
because
is.
it's on you and that. Like I saw...
So it's 3 hours of singing.
Yeah, let me get to that. Tyler, the Creator. I went and saw
Yeah.
his show. I don't know how much tickets were for that. I was given them. Very lucky. But that, I was like blown away because he was one dude on stage the entire time and he kept the whole audience so enthralled. And that to me, I was like, is more impressive than a band because you've got, if the spotlight's on
Different
you, you
focal
don't
points
get
and-
to that.
yeah.
So a comedian, it's all on you. There's no background, everything. It's just your voice doing the funny thing, engaging the audience. But no, I don't agree with it costs this much money because they're making so much money off those.
So much.
Because you don't need to have all that other stuff. It's literally just a sound system and a stage.
They also make bank from things like, YouTube and all that sort of stuff
Yeah.
because that earns them quite good revenue.
Yeah.
Anyway, in saying that, we're about to check out Of Mice and Men Warpaint.
We will put a timestamp. I mean, it's no point saying it now, but there'll be a timestamp at the start of this one.
We know that pisses off some of you. Anyway, if it's your first time here, we like to have a chat about other things and ramble on a bit. It's part of the fun. You might learn something. You might like us. You might hate us even more and never come back.
I'd love to see Of Mice and Men do a big stadium tour. I reckon they could support like a Metallica and do such a phenomenal job because they've got a huge back catalogue.
Yep.
They've got stuff that's accessible to a wider audience.
Yep.
And they also do the heavies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited.
Yeah, for sure. Are they due to come out here at all? Have we got...
We
Are
have
they
no
coming?
info there.
No info there?
No.
Well, I've seen them before, and they were fantastic. I've seen both iterations of the band.
Yeah.
Both with Austin and since Austin. They're not a band I go back to all the time, but every time they drop something, I'm like, oh, that's really good.
Yeah. Yeah, they're a very consistent heavy band. As I said, this is Warpaint, their brand new track. Thanks for being here. 3, 2, 1.
Ooh. Where's his bass guitar? Because he's
Someone's
just
playing bass now.
Is that?
I'm pretty sure I think he's on just
vocals
now. Is it Aaron?
Yes.
Yes. I'm so bad with names.
Isn't his
he
name-
has such a cool vocal.
Isn't his last name Paulie? Aaron Paulie? And then there's like Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad. That's his name, isn't it?
I just said I'm bad at names, and you're like, here's more names to throw at you.
Anyway.
It's a weird vocal effect.
Yeah, it is.
Cool riff.
Very cool. Cool tone. That is a fun riff. I know I'm stopping mid-chorus. I love his clean vocals.
Me too.
They're some of my favourite. He's just got a cool tone.
It's so consistent too.
Yeah.
Like live, he sounds exactly like that. But on the songs, it's not as though you're like, who's playing? You always know it's his vocals.
Yeah, he's got a great heavy vocal too. Oh, that's cool.
He's a triple threat.
I refuse to snuff my light. I refuse to
Oh.
run and hide. I won't let it track me up until the night. No, no, without a fight. No, without a fight. No, without a fight. Ready or wanting.
Hey,
Like that Rorschach type thing at the end.
Yeah. God, that was a fun movie.
Do you have your phone on you?
Yes.
Can you please look up? Silly question, texty boy Johnny. Can you please look up? He has another band. Is it Greeley Estates or something like that?
Oh, he was in that band.
I think he's back in that band. I think they've just released new music. Can you look up him and see what there is about that? Because I feel like they've just released music too.
Okay.
Greeley? I don't know. That song was sick. I really liked that. They're so consistent in terms of like their metal. They're pretty straight up metal now. The metal core element of them is dissipated a little bit.
Yeah, that one had a little bit more of it back in there. Just with the slowness and the groove. Past members, see below. No, maybe that wasn't the band he was in.
Okay. Maybe it's not them. Did you
Although,
look up him?
there is someone called Joshua Ferguson, and I worked with him.
Great. This is really good content for you guys.
Uh,
His aggressive vocals as well are just as consistent as his clean vocals. He has just like the perfect tone that's consistent the whole way through. Did you find him?
Jamie's Elsewhere.
Jamie's Elsewhere. That's it.
Oh, they do
Definitely.
have new music out.
Yeah,
Because I've seen
cool.
that around.
I don't know where I got Greeley Estates from.
Are they back?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they just released new music and they're back and he's in the band fronting.
Okay.
You know, because they're not busy enough doing awesome music there. He has to
Yeah.
throw more in the works.
Oh, yes. They released Paradise 2023.
Maybe we
Is
should have
he
checked that
still
out.
the member?
Yes.
Yeah, he's still there. Cool. All right.
That's the thing for you guys. There's some fun facts that I sort of knew.
I want to check that out. I want to have a listen at that.
Or I could have gone to this top comment. Aaron's the man, leading 2 metalcore bands.
You're welcome.
Anywho.
Yeah, I like that. Something interesting that I found about him, because when he was doing his clean vocals, I'm like, it's something I've noticed before. I don't know if it's just like the shape of his cheeks. I'm like,
Looks a bit smiley.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, he always looks really happy when he's singing. But at the end, when he was doing that, looking at the camera, screaming, the way his face scrunches, he looks super angry.
It was also the lighting in that scene that made it look like that.
Yeah.
Before it was like lit from that one's more front on. Maybe it has cute little dimples and it does that.
This is the metalcore Joker.
Okay. Why?
Because he's very smiley. But then the Joker could look very angry as well, you know?
Joker doesn't look happy. He looks creepy.
Well, I'm not calling him
Sorry,
creepy.
Aaron, you're not creepy.
Yeah,
Johnny's
I didn't say
dick.
he's creepy.
Well, you essentially did.
No, I just said he's smiley.
What did you guys think of Warpaint, the brand new track from Mice and Men? Is it a band you consistently check out and are never let down by, like us? What are your thoughts? Comment below.
That's not my favourite track they've released. They've released more recently that I liked more, but that was still a good, solid song.
It's consistent. Yeah.
Consistent.
As you
And
said,
I like
they're not
that it's still not leading too much into the modern sort of super down-tuned gent style. It
Yeah.
still has that very sort of classic metal/metalcore feel.
Percussion, that was sick too. Real
He's a great
consistent.
drummer.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, that was fun. Anyway, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for listening to us ramble.
We appreciate you.